Hi, welcome. In this video, you're going to see me take Coco to the bathroom. Again, for housebreaking, you want to get the dog owner to take the dog to a specific area outside. Again, sometimes people want to use pee pads. I understand that, but for getting a dog housebroken, it's always good to have the dog outside to go and and start from that foundation of doing that. Now here's the thing: when a dog is again gaining, having housebreaking issues, the problem is associated to control. Dogs start to gain control. This is where again you want to line the crate up, so you have the crate online, and so you're able to put structure to good effect in terms of beginning to line this up properly. Now here with Coco, you can see me taking her out to the back area, and again, when you're going to the back area, it's important to keep the basic method going as much as possible. I understand sometimes people need to kind of go to work or whatever and rush, but you want to have them keep it somewhat within the staging area as they're advancing to the area that they're going with their dog. Now you're going to see me with Coco. Now here, my yard area here, you're going to see me moving here with her in a second here. I'm just switching her over here to the other collar. Now here she's on a flat collar at this point. Now moving her out here to the back. Again, the two collars is always a great thing, switching back and forth at first especially. Now here's the area that she's gone in here a little bit. Now we do this again, she's on the leash, you just kind of begin to circle her around the dog, around into a specific area, and you're in the middle here, kind of like merry-go-round, and keep the dog, just tap the leash a little bit, keep the dog kind of direct it so they're going into a circle spot. Don't let them pull. See, she's pulling a little bit, wanting to pull outwards. Tap just a little bit, keep them keep them within somewhat of a follower state, and light sniffing is the focus. You want to keep some light sniffing going on. See that light sniffing? That's what you want. Keep directing the leash out a little bit. Tap a little bit times too, so time is important. Again, she's moving around here, which is great. That's what you want. Now for a dog going the first time, you can have the person give to indicate that's what you want, a little bit of a verbal marker, just a good girl, but only right on that specific. Now here's the other thing too. Any sort of deep sniffing, you see some dogs wanting to lick the grass and deep scent, interrupt that. Don't let that happen. That's a control issue manifesting. So you want just light sniffing, keep them in motion, helps to kind of activate their bowels as well. And here you can anticipate whether the dog goes to urinate or defecate. You kind of will know whether they've already done number 2 and they just need to go number 1. But here, same thing, just take your time. And this will take longer for a dog that has been off leash. But the problem with letting the dog go free is, again, it becomes a control issue. See that little choking behavior? See that in other videos? That's her mind pulling in. She's been used to having free run. But this will line up. This is kind of like getting a baby out of the bed a little bit too. Sometimes you get dogs that will get really stubborn over this because you're interfering in their ability to express a level of control even during housebreaking. Because to them, it's life. It's not just a specific act of going to the bathroom like people think. This is tying this in with me in the middle here as a pivot point. So see her sniffing here a little bit. Keeping her emotion, holding the camera at the same time. And this exercise is kind of like to bore them to death. I mean, honestly, it's like, see I'm tap. See, she's air scenting a little bit there. I'm tapping enough to kind of keep her going again. There we go. And right here, little good girl. She just barely went. Now, if you think that didn't really go enough, you can kind of confirm that by continuing for another minute. If you think, okay, maybe she didn't really go at a really good level here, you can kind of just take your time and see if she'll go again. So, you know, it's something to kind of assess as you're doing it. But again, this is the foundation here with housebreaking. And you see that little tap there, just to kind of keep her going again. Keep her, don't let her kind of twist on the other side. Keep the dog going in the same direction as well. Air sentinel a little bit, just a little tap. I'll nudge her out of that. This isn't about checking out the neighborhood. This is about sticking to task here. Now there we go. She's thinking about going. Here again, maybe number 2. We'll see. Same thing, move her around. And here's the thing, once you line this up with the leash, then you can go back, have the owner go back to no leash. After this lines up properly, once they fade into, you know, applying the method, it's a fade in exercise. And so what it does is, it gets rid of these control issues. Dog goes outside and off leash, they're just gonna do their business. They're not gonna take forever, and they won't be trying to hover all over the neighborhood. Or, you know, try to leave the yard or whatever. There we go. She's done. So here I'm going to put some pressure on her to get up, over in, put her into a sit. There we go. And this is the thing too. So we want to do this too when before the walk. So when you're going out here on the street, which I'm about to do, you're going to see a video of me walking her out here on the street in a more distracting area. You want to make sure they go to the bathroom because, you know, again, it's structure. You know, when I'm out doing a walk with the dog, and it's a you know, specific exercise regarding control, getting this lined up, you want to make sure they go first, and that's done. You don't want them marking or going during the walk at all. Okay. You want to make sure it's lined. So right here, see a bird's over there. So right here, I'll tap the leash a little bit. See that? See, she wants to invest in that little bird on my fence. Don't get me wrong, I love birds, but I don't want her focusing too much on it, because again, everything becomes about how their mind reaches out and attaches to everything. So anyway, thanks for watching. Again, hopefully this is helpful in terms of how to line up the housebreaking. It's a foundational basic thing that you need to do with dog owners. But again, you want to do it on the leash with the method active, and then circling like I'm doing, just tapping the leash. Again, it can take a little bit longer for people who are doing this, in terms of, it can take a little bit longer for people when the dog's holding a high level of control. Then it can take a little bit longer. So again, you have to be patient with it and just stick with it.